What's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your homie Jay Green back right now with my thoughts and my feelings on Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Now, this movie right here sees the return of Rian Johnson as writer and director, and is led by Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc, and is the conclusion on the third installment to the Knives Out trilogy, which Netflix paid $450 million for. God damn. Hopefully this movie makes its money back. Now, a few others that are leading the charge in this movie is Josh O'Connor, Cruella DeVille herself, Thanos, Mila Kunis, Hawkeye, Olivia Pope, Cailee Spaeny, Andrew Scott, and Thomas Haden Church, with a nice little appearance from Jeffrey Wright. Now, for all of y'all out there who have no idea what this iteration of Knives Out is all about, I'm going to read specifically from the IMDb description, just so I make sure I don't spoil nothing. Benoit Blanc returns for his most dangerous case yet. Most dangerous case? I don't know if I say all that, but I will say that this story was rather personal to the main character, Father Jude and Benoit Blanc, and the way that they're going about figuring out who done it. Now, if I had to compare this installment to the first two Knives Out films, I would definitely say those two are well above this one in regards to overall entertainment and rewatchability. This movie was dope, I thought, but it was a little bit more of a therapy session mixed in with a murder whodunit, mixed in with commentary and satire in regards to people that call themselves Christians, and the commentary and satire aspect in regards to people in positions of power that would use Christianity for power. Basically, this movie is trying to say a lot, and I think it does a great job at saying those things, but feels at times like what it's trying to say and what it's trying to portray kind of drag it out just a little bit. Not so much that I was taken out of the film completely, but enough to the point where I did kind of say, man, we've been here for a minute. Are we going to actually get some real details to solving this case? Now, when I look at this movie overall, I'm a little torn. On one end, I thought it was dope what Rian Johnson gave me. Something very different, I feel, from the first two original films, right? But I still got a dope murder mystery. The only problem I had with it was that by the time the movie ends, the way that they kind of recap, like, hey, this, that, and the other thing, and this is how we got here, I was kind of like, it maybe took a little bit too long to actually get there, and it felt like the movie kind of drug a little bit in the middle because we're not really following any particular individuals. There's not really a whole lot of misdirect for any particular individuals. This movie kind of sets up maybe just a few main people that we should be looking out for, gives us a reason why they may have something to gain or why someone maybe has something to lose and why they might be interested in offing this dude, right? But by the end of the film, when we find out what's really jumping off, I'm kind of like, I'm not sure if that really would have played out in this way, especially if there was no ultimate plan for this type of situation to happen. Like, the things that bring about this dude getting murked just barely popped out of nowhere, right? So it's almost like the things that are going to jump off are almost reactionary. And I'm not really sure if it would have played out like that. So that took me out of the ending a little bit, making it feel a little bit underwhelming. Also, in the movie, Benoit Blanc mentions the Hollow Man book multiple times, saying that it is a locked room mystery, meaning that there was really no way in and no way out that no one would have seen. So in a way, it's almost a bit of an unsolvable mystery. So that sounds dope. That's a cool premise for sure. But as the movie's going along, I felt like it kept straying away from giving any real direction or misdirection to any one character. So by the time that it ends, it feels like it gave us a bunch of this and a bunch of that, but then just gave us heavy exposition in explaining what was really jumping off, rather than what they did in the previous films, showcasing Benoit Blanc at his highest level, going over what went down. This person did that, then that person said this, then this person did this, and this was their motivation for that. Left and right, back and forth. All these different elements and clues coming together to showcase what really went down. So for me personally, because on one hand, we have Father Jude dealing with some real-ish stuff that he came from, things that he's dealing with now, and where he's trying to go in the future. And then we're also dealing with a bit of a murder mystery with no real direction, in my mind, at least throughout the film. But then we got Benoit Blanc, who's just asking Father Jude what's jumping off, but not really solving much, at least not in the same way that he was in the first two movies. I feel like he kind of took a bit of a backseat to the film, and Father Jude and his story was a priority, maybe even over the murder mystery itself. That's just how I took it upon first viewing. Again, I still think the film was great overall, but because it seemed uneven in that regard and not straight through lined to this murder mystery with the person that I came to see, which was Daniel Craig's Benoit Blanc, I feel like the movie kind of meandered a little bit and made me feel like it drug in a couple of portions. Now, in the midst of that, what was a highlight was some of the more creepy tones and elements of the film, and really kind of wondering what is really jumping off. Is this really a miracle? Is this person really dead? Like, what's really going on here? So that mystery was fly. I just feel like maybe it could have been executed a little bit better and a little bit more focused. Now, if I'm looking at the catalog that Rian Johnson has given us thus far with these Knives Out Benoit Blanc tales, right? I think that the catalog is phenomenal. I love the first two. Yes, I like them better than this one, but I still think that this one was a great installment into the Knives Out franchise, and I'm looking forward to more. So even though I wouldn't put it as high up as the first two, maybe not as entertaining, probably not as rewatchable, might be a while before I revisit this one, but I'll watch those other ones any day of the week. I still think this one is worthy of checking out, but maybe wait for it on streaming. It comes out December 12th on Netflix. I hate to say that because I really want Netflix to put more movies in theaters, especially good ones, and this was a good one, but I'm a busy man, y'all are busy out there, so if your time is limited, you could wait for it on streaming, but if you got all the time in the world, hit the theater, show some love to this one. So again, I thought Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, it was cool, not anything that you need to rush out to the theater to see. So what say y'all? Is this one on your radar? Have you already seen it at one of the few select theaters that it's showing at? If so, comment below, let me know. Your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.